Watering looks simple, right? But did you know it's an art that can make or break your indoor garden? The key lies in striking the perfect balance. A well-nourished, sunlit room filled with lush, vibrant plants is the epitome of indoor gardening success. However, common watering mistakes such as overwatering and underwatering can quickly turn this thriving oasis into a plant graveyard. But fear not, with the right techniques and a little patience, you can master this art. Discover the secrets to perfectly hydrated plants every time. Scene script. Every plant speaks in its own way. Let's understand their language. Imagine your indoor plants as your housemates. They can't verbally tell you when they're thirsty, but they'll definitely show you. You just need to know what to look for. Proper hydration is the key to a lush, thriving indoor garden. But what are the signs? For many plants, the first sign of proper hydration is a vibrant, healthy color. A well-watered fern, for instance, will boast a brilliant shade of green. This is because water helps plants produce chlorophyll, which gives them their green color and helps them photosynthesize. Another sign is sturdy, firm leaves. When a plant is well hydrated, water pressure inside the plant's cells, known as turgor pressure, is high. This causes the leaves and stems to stand erect and resist bending or wilting. So if your plant's leaves are firm and upright, chances are it's well hydrated. A third sign is steady growth. Water is essential for a plant's growth and development, and a properly hydrated plant will grow steadily and produce new leaves or flowers. If your plant is sprouting new growth regularly, it's a good indication that your watering routine is on point. However, too much of a good thing can be harmful. Overwatering can lead to waterlogged soil and root rot, while underwatering can cause wilting and eventual death. Some signs of overwatering include yellowing leaves, a moldy smell, or a sudden drop of leaves. On the other hand, underwatered plants may have brown, crunchy leaves or shriveled, dry soil. Remember, each plant has its own watering needs, and these signs may vary. Some plants prefer their soil to dry out completely between waterings, while others like to stay consistently moist. It's all about understanding the unique language of your plant and catering to its specific needs. Now that we know the signs, let's delve into the techniques. Scene script. Every plant type has a unique watering need. Mastering these can transform your indoor garden. Let's dive into these techniques one by one. First up, bottom watering. This method is particularly useful for plants with delicate leaves that can be damaged by direct contact with water. Here, the plant's pot is placed in a tray filled with water. The plant drinks up the water it needs through drainage holes at the bottom of the pot. After about 30 minutes to an hour, any excess water should be drained off to prevent root rot. Next, we have the soaking method. This technique is recommended for plants that love a good drink, like ferns and orchids. The plant is submerged in a bucket of water until bubbles stop appearing on the surface. This indicates that the plant has absorbed all the water it can. Remember, it's important to let the plant drain properly before placing it back in its decorative pot. Misting is another handy technique, especially for tropical plants that thrive in humid environments. A spray bottle is used to lightly mist the leaves and surrounding air. It's like giving your plant a mini tropical vacation right in your living room. For succulents and cacti, we suggest the drench and dry method. These desert dwellers like their soil completely soaked and then dried out completely before the next watering. This mimics the rainfall patterns of their natural habitats. And let's not forget about the good old watering can. For most houseplants, watering at the base until water runs out, the drainage holes works wonders. Just ensure the water is lukewarm to avoid shocking the plant's roots. It's crucial to remember that while these techniques are effective, they're not a one-size-fits-all solution. Each plant has its own unique needs, and what works for one may not work for another. Experiment, observe, and adjust your watering routine as needed. It's all part of the journey of becoming a green thumb. Techniques are important, but so are the tools. So stay tuned as we delve into the essential tools that can aid in your watering routine and help keep your indoor garden thriving. The right tools can simplify your plant care routine. Let's take a look. Imagine a world where you didn't have to guess if your plant was thirsty or satiated. That world is possible with a moisture meter. This handy tool measures the moisture content of your soil, taking the guesswork out of watering. No more worrying about overwatering or underwatering your green friends. Just stick the probe into the soil and voila! You get a reading that tells you if it's time to water or wait. Now let's talk about self-watering pots. If you've ever gone on vacation and worried about your plants, then these are your new best friend. Self-watering pots have a reservoir at the bottom that holds water. The soil wicks up the water as needed, ensuring your plants have a steady supply. It's perfect for those busy days or when you're away. Watering cans might seem like a simple tool, but they're not all created equal. Look for one with a long spout for easy reach and a gentle shower head to mimic rain. It's a great way to hydrate your plants without disturbing the soil or splashing water everywhere. If you're a fan of tropical plants, then a spray bottle is a must-have. Many tropical plants, like ferns and orchids, love humidity. A quick misting can mimic their natural environment and keep them happy. Finally, let's not forget about the humble sponge. It's perfect for bottom watering, where you let the plant sit in a tray of water and allow the soil to soak up the moisture. The sponge helps to evenly distribute the water and prevent oversaturation. And there you have it. The right tools can make a world of difference in your plant care routine. Whether it's a moisture meter to measure soil wetness, a self-watering pot for those times when you're away, a well-designed watering can, a spray bottle for a touch of tropical humidity, or a sponge for bottom watering, each tool has its purpose. With the right techniques and tools, you're well on your way to a thriving indoor garden. Scene script. Let's hear from the experts on recognizing plant needs and adjusting watering schedules. So what's the secret to understanding plant needs? Well, it's all about observation and patience. Think of your plants as silent communicators. They can't tell you when they're thirsty, but they show it. Look out for signs like drooping leaves, yellowing, or browning. These are clear indicators that your plant might need more water or perhaps less. But how do you know how much to water? It's a fine balance. Too much water and you'll drown the roots. Too little and your plant will dry out. Experts recommend the finger test. Just stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it's dry, it's time to water. If it's damp, hold off. Now, the frequency of watering can vary greatly depending on the plant species. Succulents, for example, can go weeks without water, while ferns might need watering every other day. It's important to do a little research on your specific plants to understand their watering needs better. Adjusting your watering schedule can be a game changer. Consider the season and the environment. In warmer months, your plants will likely need more water due to increased evaporation. Likewise, plants in brighter, sunnier spots might need more frequent watering than those in shadier areas. And remember, it's not just about watering. It's also about drainage. Make sure your pots have adequate drainage holes. This prevents water from sitting at the bottom and causing root rot, a common plant killer. To simplify your plant care routine, consider using tools like moisture meters. These can be a great help in determining when it's time to water, taking the guesswork out of the equation. Alternatively, self-watering pots can be a godsend for those who travel often or simply forget to water their plants. Remember, every plant is unique and requires a specific care routine. Understanding your plant's needs and adjusting your watering schedule accordingly can make all the difference in maintaining a lush, healthy indoor garden. So don't be afraid to experiment and learn. After all, gardening is as much a science as it is an art. Before we wrap up, here's a quick summary of what we learned today. Watering indoor plants is an art, a delightful dance of giving and taking. Each plant has a unique rhythm, and getting the hang of it can lead to a thriving indoor garden. We discovered the signs of proper hydration, such as vibrant color and firm leaves, and contrasted them with the symptoms of over or under watering, like wilting, yellowing, and leaf drop. We explored different watering techniques tailored to various plant types. We learned about bottom watering, an excellent method for moisture-loving plants, and soaking, perfect for those plants that prefer a good drench. And let's not forget misting, a technique that tropical plants particularly enjoy. We also delved into the world of helpful tools, from moisture meters that take the guesswork out of watering, to self-watering pots that offer a helping hand when life gets busy. To top it all off, we listened to expert insights, absorbing their wisdom about recognizing plant needs and adjusting watering schedules. Remember, the best thing we can do is to observe our plants, understanding their language and responding to their needs with patience and care. Apply these tips in your plant care routines and watch your indoor garden thrive. Share your experiences or questions about watering indoor plants in the comments.